Hi guys, I'm Aakriti. Welcome to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So the last time I posted an analysis of Haley Dunphy as the narrator's daughter. That video got a lot of engagement, and maybe it is not a lot, but that engagement was the most, more than any of the videos I have ever posted. So thank you so much for that, and I'm glad you liked that analysis. So let me tell you, today I bought another analysis of another character which is so complicated and people have a very love-hate relationship with it. So let me tell you, there is no spoiler alert for Modern Family, and if you haven't watched Modern Family yet, go watch it now because that show is amazing. It will make you laugh, cry, and everything. I have watched that show like more than I think 20-30 times at least minimum. I don't even have lost count. I've been watching that show for like 6 years. So yeah, go watch it now. And today I'm going to bring in analysis of a very complicated character, and it is a recurring character. So well, maybe if you haven't guessed it yet, the character today I'm analyzing is Dylan Marshall. Yeah, Dylan Marshall. Yeah, I know people hate him and people think he's very dumb and people just, don't like him, but I personally don't dislike him that much. Dylan Marshall is not that bad of a character. Okay, so first of all, let me give you at least a little introduction about who Dylan Marshall is. So Dylan Marshall is a character. He entered the series, he had his first appearance in the series, as Haley Dunphy's boyfriend in the pilot episode, the first episode. So like just think about it. If a side character had an appearance in the first episode of the show itself, why would you think he's not that important in the show? Like, it was the first episode. The first episode is usually only reserved for the main characters. So yeah, first of all that. Okay, so he was there as Haley's boyfriend. He was a senior and Haley was, I think, a junior or a sophomore. Yeah, so he was older than Haley and Claire was freaking out about it and everything. So that was fun. But Dylan was a recurring character. He wasn't there in every episode, but I'm sure he had an appearance at least in every single season. And even though Haley had a lot of boyfriends, she always ran into Dylan, like either at Disneyland, or maybe once she left him at the Dude Ranch. It was a lot. That this character is very complex. So why this character is so complex? Because first of all, that character Dylan was so dumb. Like, he did not use his brain. Like, he was, I don't know, Dylan Marshall was really dumb. I think even dumber than Haley Dunphy, which is maybe why Haley liked him so much. And like, I think he was Haley's first serious boyfriend, and I think a first serious boyfriend is a very big deal in someone's boyfriend or girlfriend is a very big deal in someone's life. I think, but the thing is, I feel like Dylan might be dumb, but he definitely had a clean heart. He definitely had a pure heart. Like, it's like he wanted to do good, but he did not know how to do that good. For example, that portrait that he gifted to Haley on her birthday or their anniversary Valentine's Day. So the portrait he gifted Haley, that was a sweet gesture. Like, he wanted to give Haley something special, something different, something unique. But the thing is, I don't think that portrait was really appropriate. I mean, I remember Claire's reaction to this and I can't stop laughing. So yes, it's like he wants to do good things, but he does not know how to do good things. Okay, he is a little dumb, but the thing is, the one thing I like about him is that Dylan is always trying to do new things. He's always trying to do new things, Like, throughout the series, he has had so many jobs. Okay, so first of all, he was a student in school, and he was literally not good at studies, just like Haley. Maybe that is why their vibe matched. But secondly, he played in a band. He was a really good singer. Into the moonlight, baby, I just wanna all that song. That song was so good. That song was such a bop, and I really wish that music video, it has a deleted music video, and I wish that music video was shown in the show because like that music video was amazing, and I think Dylan would have had a very good career in music and in songs and music. But well, yeah, so he was very talented when it came to music, vocals, singing, and lyrics, and everything basically related to songs and music, which is a great deal, and he was such a great guitarist. Secondly, after that, I might not mention and remember every job he has had, but yeah, he has tried a lot of things. So, second thing I remember is, he ran into Haley in Disneyland and he was doing that thing. The Ford Dapper Dan. I think it was Dapper Dan. I'm not really familiar with that cartoon or with those characters, but I think it was Dapper Dan. The four guys wearing colorful striped clothes. Never mind, yeah. So colorful striped clothes, and they were like all on a single bicycle. So that thing, that was also a job, somewhat a job. Like, come on, like at least he was doing something. And secondly, I also remember then when he went to the Dude Ranch, with Haley's family. He stayed there to do work as a stable boy or something like that, like the village. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anyone, but yeah, I just don't remember it very well. So you know what? That is another job. Then I remember, I think in season 6 he was penning signs, and also in the middle of the series he also married a doctor. He also married a doctor, and he had 3 kids. And then at the end, when I think the show was coming to an end, Dylan had completed nursing school. So from changing so many jobs, he ended up at nursing school, and he completed the nursing school. Like, of course, not only Claire, not only Alex, but everybody was shocked that someone like Dylan Marshall, could he even get into a nursing school? Like, would they even allow someone of this IQ in a nursing school? But he did, and he actually started doing jobs. For example, I don't remember when. Yeah, he was doing nursing school. I don't remember if he completed, but of course he completed. And then we saw Dylan Marshall as a father. Like, isn't that wonderful? Like, I mean, for me, I don't care about what anyone says, but for me, Dylan Marshall had an amazing character development. Yes, there are some very horrible things about Dylan's character. For example, he was always constantly flirting with Haley's mother, Claire. He was constantly flirting with Claire, and he was always like, if Mr. Dumphy was out of the picture, he was like, if Mr. Dumphy was out of the picture and Haley wasn't my girlfriend, I would willingly take Haley, Alex, and Luke as my own and raise them with you, something like that. To always saying to Claire, he was always saying to Claire that like, of course he had the hots for Claire, and that was a little disturbing. I don't know why Haley never saw it, but of course maybe that is one of the big reasons why Claire was very annoyed with Dylan. Secondly, Dylan was so similar to Phil. Like, it is uncanny. He was so similar to Phil. Like, his personality in high school, I don't even think he did college, but his personality in high school was so similar to what Phil used to describe his personality in college and maybe even in high school. Trying different things and different stuff, not just doing basic studies. And like the way his IQ and the way he was for Haley, like that heart he wore when Arvin and Dylan somehow went to Haley on the same day. That heart, isn't that similar to the one that when Mitch and Cam came back from the honeymoon, Mitch was like that the honeymoon is never ending, I'm tired and it's too much and I can't do that back, and like Claire was like, don't say him anything, it never ends bad. And like then we were shown a clip that Phil is wearing that big heart, and like it's like be my, wasn't that heart similar, the idea similar to what Dylan wore? And like secondly, I feel like Dylan is a person who is good of heart, and Dylan was someone who would never have been embarrassed of Haley, and I'm sure that he had a very pure heart of a child, like Phil Dunphy, no doubt in that. He had a heart of a child, and I think someone who has a heart of a child, I don't think they can really ever feel embarrassed of their loved ones, and I don't think they can ever. I mean, if you are with someone who has a heart of child, I don't think they would make you unhappy, because you can be comfortable with them. Like, even if you act like a child. You won't have to be comfortable because they will act like a child with you, and when time comes, they will act like an adult with you. So I think Dylan, and secondly, I'm sorry, I'm saying a lot of secondly, but never mind. So, and then when Haley told Dylan that she was pregnant, did you see his reaction? Did you see how calm he was? That really shows how mature Dylan got. How, that really shows how mature Dylan is now, which is mind blowing, and I really love about like that about him. He was really calm. Instead of freaking out, instead of blaming Haley or something, instead of just leaving Haley, he was so calm, and he helped her calm down. And I think we can all clearly see that during the pregnancy it was very clear that Haley was not doing as great, at least when it comes to the knowledge. And Dylan knew a lot of things. First of all, because he was a nurse, and second of all, I think we can see Dylan matured a lot during the relationship. I mean, during the series, and maybe even their relationship. It's like, for example, when I think Andy and his girlfriend Beth, ran into Haley and Dylan. I'm sorry, I a little get confused. Haley and Dylan. Like, Haley said something which, of course, attacked Dylan's self-respect, and then it was really mature from, like, he got out and he was like, he just asked her to stop the car, and he just carried his self-respect with him, which was really mature, as some people can't do that. Maybe it wasn't in the most mature way, but doing that thing, walking away, was mature. And secondly, he never made Haley feel like, like he never let Haley down. Never ever. Which is something I really respect about Dylan, and that is a great thing. I mean, yeah, the only downside of Dylan, the biggest downside of Dylan, is that Dylan always flirted with Claire. Like, you can't flirt with your girlfriend's mother, come on. But yeah, that is the only one thing that I felt very eerie about, is that he was flirting with Claire. Otherwise, let's check, because like, Dylan was a recurring character, but every little time he appeared into the show again, every little time, the writers wrote him so well that we were able to understand and analyze that what is Dylan's position mentally, physically, emotionally, financially in his life now, and what he's doing. It, like, that one episode occurring, or even 10-15 minutes, not even 15 minutes, 10 minutes occurring, actually gave us an insight of how he is doing, and I don't think he ever really got over Haley, which is very sweet. Like, of course, they were high school sweethearts. That is so cute. Love that trope. Yeah. So I think in conclusion now, Dylan was a really complex character, and I have a love-hate relationship with that character, because I feel like flirting with Claire Dunphy just gives me all the downs, all the red flags. But at the same time, he did so many things, actually, like, he really did so many things. He went to nursing school, he did that stop sign thing, he got so many jobs, and I feel like he has so much freaking experience in his life. He has so much experience of everything in his life. Yeah, like, sometimes, even after going to the nursing school, Dylan showed how dumb he was, but still, it's not always about dumb or intelligent. It's something about how good your heart is, how good your emotional intelligence is, and I think Dylan had a very good emotional intelligence. Maybe not IQ, but definitely EQ. Okay? So in conclusion, Dylan was a very complex character, and I think all the fans have a love-hate relationship, and I know everybody hates Dylan, that Andy should have been with Haley, vagera, all that. But I feel like Dylan and Haley were meant to be together. Otherwise, why would they be so recurring? Why would their relationship be so recurring, right? Like, I'm all team, Haley and Dylan. I'm all team Haley and Dylan. Like, comment down below if you like Haley and Andy, or Haley with Dylan. And third option, maybe Haley with Arvin. I hope that is not really anyone's choice, but if it is, I want to know, okay, what my audience actually think. Okay, and then I feel like personally think Dylan had the most character development, being from a like a very lousy but a very personally I feel like he was very cool in high school. So being from a very cold and lousy and that playboy guy in high school, he went on being the parent, being the father with the to the kids of the woman who he actually started dating in high school. Like I know they were breaking it off and on and off all the time, but still, and he was such a good father. He was such a good father, which is really great. He speaks a lot about his character. No matter how much you hate Dylan, the points that I told you in this whole video, you cannot forget about them. And Phil, of course, loved Dylan personally because, of course, Phil was a lot like Dylan, and I'm sure Claire hated him a lot because she did not like his personality. And yeah, she definitely wanted Haley to end up with someone who was like not like not like her husband. Understandable, but I'm glad they ended up together. I'm really glad they ended up together. So like, I feel like I love Dylan. He is a very great character. Like if you take out the negative and put all the positives will overshadow the negative, which means it's good. So I feel like I like Haley and Dylan, and definitely like Dylan. And if you don't agree with my points, maybe watch the show, maybe watch the places where Dylan has been appearing, and I think you will understand what I'm saying is also right. Maybe in my opinion, but yeah, it is also right. So guys, this is it for my video. This is it for today. Please subscribe and share my channel with your friends if they love modern family, writing, books, movies, sitcoms and anything basically. Please help me grow, and please comment down who is your favorite character in Modern Family, and maybe I'll do my next analysis on them. And I would love to do analysis on duos and couples, not only Modern Family but maybe other sitcoms as well. And please let me know if you agree to my analysis and what are your views on it. Thanks for watching. Bye.